Chris, and welcome back to the sea. What do we have on the show today? We have a small box from Mr. David. What's inside? I don't know. I forget. We're going to bust out the letter opener.
That's a knife.
Be careful as this thing is sharp. Dr. Chris, I started running a Commodore BBS way back when the Commodore 64 came out. I advanced onto the 128 and then the 3000. Oh no. I used to be a line bench tech for a communications company called Racalmilgo, R-A-C-A-L-M-I-L-G-O. Life happened, all my Commodore equipment got put away. Fast forward a couple years, I'm now retired, and I pull all my equipment out of storage to find out that most of it has failed. Long story short, I found out that I can't do some of these repairs on my own as my soldering skills have deteriorated. I had sent these two 3000 boards off for repair, but I got them back, still not working. Oh, God. So now, you have them to see if one, or if you're feeling up to it, both can be salvageable. If you need to use parts from one to fix the other, do so. I have a Three Amiga board that I can try to move parts over, or have someone do it for me. If you can get both of these working, then the Three Amiga board will have a new home. Need a new home. It already has the SMD parts and voltage tested. Update. Before I drop this package in the mail, I'm including a post-donor board. I was told there's nothing wrong with it, but it has battery damage. Not as bad as the other two. Maybe move the chips from one of them. You're the expert here, so do what you think is best. My goal is to have two working 3000s. You can keep one of the non-working boards, less the Commodore chips that I would need for the Three Amiga. As I said, if both work, then the Three Amiga will need a new home. I thought this was a CD32. So, I have now 4 long-term 3000s to repair. 3000s, just so you know, 3000s take forever. Unless it's something simple like Denise and Paula, they're forever. Test drive the Macintosh. A folder. Cool. You know I like the old classic Macs. Thank you. Here's one board. Let's put this away again. Here's a can of Corrosion X. Kills rust on corrosion, safe on electronics. Lubricant penetrant anti-seize. Cool, so it's like a deoxit on crack. Thank you for that. Chips. Oh my, how many boards are in here? Okay, so here's one board with a note. I guess these are the boards to save. Alright. I have that exact same CNET. This is the BBS 3K warp engine ran CNET. I know, I hope this is not a long-term repair. I don't know. I don't know. If it's something simple. Now, this is a Rev 6. I hate Rev 6s, just so you know.
You never know what you're going to get.
Oh, yeah. Revision 6. ROM towers. ROM tower. Oh, with a zip tie on it. Yeah, great. ROM tower, Rev 6. My favorite. I don't know what it is, guys. The Kel connector, aka CPU connector on these boards, always gets like this cocaine ash on it. Board number 2. Okay, this was picked up Commodore International in Miami, Florida. They were liquidating assets. It was meant to be a test computer. Missing parts that never happened. Motherboard was tested 1997. So it just worked a couple days ago. And he sent them out. Somebody had it for 2 years and didn't have any progress. He picked it up Thanksgiving 2024. I know there are no promises. Hope this is repaired if possible, not long term. And it's another freaking Rev 6. God! Now what does that mean? We got bodge wires galore underneath. Burnt the crap out of the Denise lines. 202, 203 have been replaced. Bodge wire on an EMI filter cap to a CIA. I thought this was a CD32. I thought I was supposed to recap a CD32. Not two Amiga 3000 boards. I never have good luck with Rev 6s. You never know what's going to happen. This board, ouch, is sanded down to the copper. Top and bottom. There's not a single chip in it besides... You know what's funny is this is the revision 9. This is the one that's been stripped. Why is this not working? Ash on the cal connector. 4 megs of RAM, not a chip. Kickstart 204 ROMs, no amber, no nothing. We could put diagram in it and see. You need an Agnes, Paula, a couple of these guys that are already there, and Gary, and you can see if these fire up diagram. It'll at least give you a little bit of something. But unknown on any of these boards, they're all badly damaged, and I don't know. So we'll get into this in a minute. I'll start with one of them and we'll just grab what we can. So that's that. So Mr. Dave, this might take just a little bit, and I don't know. That camera is making me look fluxy because of the stupid LED lighting. We need some regular old light bulbs. This is BBS machine number 1 of 3 on this thing. It's got a note on it. I use this board in my 3000 with a warp engine, multi-IO to run my 3-line CNET Amiga BBS, 6-disc CD-ROM changer. I had a Nakamichi MBR7 on my BBS. At some point, I heard about a battery leak issue, snipped it out. At the time, there wasn't any damage, so I put it back in storage. Little did I know, the acid just started doing its work. Around 2020, got it out, found the damage. I sent 3 of my computers to Rod for repair. Rod had them for 2 years and didn't have any progress. Thanksgiving in 2024, I collected the still not working computers and now have trusted the BBS to your care. I know there are no promises, and I hope this isn't a long-term repair, if repair is possible. I installed the AMD SCSI chip and 321 ROMs in the tower before shipping them to you. This was 2 years of repair from a person named Rod, which seems like a long time, but these can chew up your time. We have the cocaine on the bottom here of the cal connector. I don't know what that is. Every 3000 grows. This is a 25 megahertz Rev 6 1. I don't know what's done to this board is the problem. Other problem is the battery damage here is immense. Bullet hole of hell. And that's Denise, Paula, Denise, Paula, Agnes. We got crust around jumpers, 2 years of repair, a blue wire FPU to a RAM hex inverter. There's a lot of things on here that are unknown. The Rev 6s did put all of the RAM and the 2410s buffers in sockets, which is cool. The later revisions did not. On the bottom, there is brown up here. Could be flux, could be not. Somebody's been scraping and scratching down here in the bottom of the battery area on the lines of death for the Denise area and the Paula. So Denise and Paula, they have some lines that run to each other, and these corners always get chewed up. And unknown at this time, I can't pull the ROM tower out without cutting the zip tie. The zip tie is put in there to hold the ROM tower down. I'll have to replace the zip tie. The zip tie went underneath the other socket. Kickstart 321 for the Amiga 3000. Labeled front and back, great. Zip tie ran underneath this top socket. to hold it in place. I have a daughter board here because we're going to need a daughter board for testing. Apologies, my dog freaked out because Amazon came. Alright, we're going to go into Amber Disabled right now. Diagram is in. Does this Amiga do anything? All I need is Gary and Agnes to talk. And some logic that's here. Everything's beeping and going off like mad. Here we go. Nothing. Freaking dead nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So, diagram don't do shit. It's all new to me. Stuck in low. And nothing. I get a nothing, dead serial, dead bus, dead I don't know. Where is my little green handle thingy? Here it is. Now something on this board smells electrical. Paula is cleaner. The socket is cleanish. So that ain't it. Something stinks really bad electrical over here. Like that something's effed electrical. Whew, something smells really bad. I gotta take a sniff because, yeah, when you fire a board up that's been off for 30 years, 97, I think you did? Whew. Coming from over here. Heated up battery shit, but I don't know. Let me take a look at Denise. I mean, it's like burnt over here. Yeah, Denise is crusty. Socket's probably toast too. I'm not getting into sockets and stuff on this board yet. While the Denise looks decent on the pins, it's been scrubbed before. The real challenge is the acid that's on the top of the pins that has went into the chip. These are P-dips or plastic direct inline package modules, which means they're a plastic chip, two parts that are laminated over the top of each other. They're not necessarily watertight. While this socket is green, I don't know, the stench coming off of this thing is bad. Like bad. I'm gonna go ahead and pop out U350 because I need U350 to work as part of the serial bus for diagram. CIA test. Right, good. Okay, that CIA is good. Let's test the other one while I'm here. I'm right here. Second CIA. It's gonna be good. Alright. CIAs are good. Doesn't mean that the bus that holds them is good. It's burnt here. Like it is, somebody hit a flamethrower to it brown. It's great. Paula lines are probably all toast, but you know, I don't know what the smell is the problem. There's a tremendous smell coming from this machine. This socket is broken. Gary, her DMAC's been pulled out. Gary's been... What the hell? Alright, so Gary looks like somebody farted on him. I'm going to hit Gary with a little deoxit soak. I fill it in and I rub it. Rub the outside, just kind of fill the chip up. And then push it. Rubbing it outwards gets all the, what I just sprayed, down into the pins. The reason I'm doing this is I have to take this out. So that way when I pull this chip out, I'll give it a push down just to reseat it. It's frozen. Holy crap. There's Gary. It was just ashy crust. These sockets are weird because they're one gold, one silver, one gold, one silver. Alright, it has ashy crust on Gary. It's probably just from sitting with age. Give it a fiberglass pen. I just ordered a Gary for another machine. There we go. Good snap. Agnes I'm not touching. I am going to just do the deoxit soak. Let her get in there. Do her work. This doesn't smell good. It's probably going to smoke itself. There's no diagram, it should instantly pop up. It's just stinking really bad. I'm using the board ROM tower, which was kindly donated to me so long ago. So there's my diagrams I've been looking for. Oh my god, I've been looking for those diagrams for a year. Rev 6 junk. Rev 6 junk. No diagram, no SCSI bus at all. Like it should go blub blub. No SCSI. The smell coming off this thing is just crazy. Lights, camera, nothing. So that's a quick dirty. I'm not getting into this. Rev 6s are horrible. When they work, I guess any Amiga is a good machine. When they're broken, they're always fracked up. So, my ROM tower with my ROM tower. This ROM tower zip tie creation of whatever. We'll go back the way it was. Apparently you've already tried this because 2 years ago it did something, didn't, whatever, when you did this. Nothing, stuck in low. CPU, have a clock, nothing, don't know, no colors of red or green or nothing like that, so it's probably CPU bus or CPU or the machine stuck in halt. That's that one. Just quickly testing the machines to see what the F. Second board, yeah, this one looks less crusty, even though this board's effed. This one looks like the better of them all. Regular ROM. Let's see what happens on this. This is a 16 megahertz. Amiga 3000. That one has a SCSI low high. And blinking. So, this one's just stuck in reset green screen of death. If this one's at least posting diagram, it should be able to work. Diagram in the socket in my ROM tower. Owner's kickstart's here in his socket. I'm going to plug the mouse in. We're going to go for a diagram test on the 16 megahertz board. There's diagram. We got errors galore, but we got diagram. Alright. 2 megs of chip, 3 megs of fast. We have no video at all. There's no video, there's no RGB. That's what all the lines on the bottom were. I have serial. Don't have mouse. Don't have keyboard. That's a start. That's life. U300's got to be working because I wouldn't have serial without it. Oh, that looked weird. UDS, LDS is okay. No RAM. I mean, no video. We have no working raster. 030, 881. Oh boy. She's looping. No serial. Can I hit enter? Can I click? Well, that's even worse than the shit. Interesting. We have a W7WWW scrolling. But I got video in green off of amber disabled. If I go to enabled, she's toast. See? It's out of phase. I mean, it's not toast, but it's out of phase. VC470 needs to be adjusted. I have no mouse movement, which means what? CIA, Denise Paula, Krusty? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe, just maybe, you'll have a quick one. Oh no, we won't have a quick one. What is this? I just had it sort of working. You know, just sort of.
The power of Christ compels you.
No mouse. See that? With that frozen on the screen because it's off, I've popped out the CIAs. Should be stuck on the same thing. Let's just test this. Should be okay. Good. And the one in the back that is under the ROM tower, I pre-popped it out because you didn't need to hear me cuss. Test this one. That's good. That's a plus. Now, I'm going to fight Paula here. We're going to put Paula in here. and give her a go. Paula passed. That's a good thing. Paula's socket could use some love. Rebuilding. There we go. Rebuilt. Okay, Paula's rebuilt. Denise socket. I think it's been replaced. 8373 Denise. Let's give her a shot. Uh-oh. What is my curse with Denise's? I ripped through Denise's. You know how much these chips cost now? Donor board doesn't have nothing. Tonight's interrupter is brought to us by Mr. Jonathan, who just woke up after a couple hours of kip before his last night shift. So enjoy your time off after work, of course. Super Denise. All test passed. Like, what is my curse with Denise? I'm going to rebuild her socket too. Perfect. Let's rebuild those CIA sockets too. Rebuilt. Let's rebuild Amber. Rebuilt. You know, we might as well do all of them. Let's rebuild the whole board real quick. Okay, you know, let's rebuild the socket. Rebuilt. My daughter board, but you know. Alright. Let's get this girl plugged in again. I have no mouse. And she's barely hanging on by a thread. Push on Agnes. Oh yeah. 68030. Agnes needs to be rebuilt. Like for real rebuilt. She's ashy. Little fiberglass pen quickness. Oh man, smack yourself in the face. Wait a minute, this pin is a little bit effed. There was a previous removal attempt on this that apparently didn't go well because there's a big scratch on the chip. And this corner pin is a little bit effed. Alright, so Agnes is looking better. That's at least green. What's wrong with this? The Denise was replaced with a good one. Let's see if Amber will hold 31 kilohertz. I'm going to get my ceramic screwdriver and we're going to adjust her. VC470 here, blue trimmer cap. Trying to give it a little bit of a, what the shit, that is way out of whack. Oh. There we go. Fixed Amber. Oh, Rev 6. Sort of alive. Now, I don't know what the damage is in the greening here. If I push down, Amber goes out. So these field rams are not doing good. Denise? Look at that. Okay, so Paula. Paula's socket is toast. Denise socket is toast. The chip ram here is so rusty it's not funny. However, look at that. It is showing better. It looks better after I pressed on Denise. And I do have keyboard. Let's do the memory test. No, it's barely. It's bare. I can't see anything. Let's turn Amber off. Chip RAM blows her up. We're just going to see. We're going to boot her off 1 meg here. No, that's even worse. Something weird. Look at this. This has 1 meg of fast RAM and dip. And they skipped the first bank, of course, because you got these in. These are supposed to go here. So that works out perfect because there's 4 megs here, or 2 megs because these are 256K, 2 meg, 3 meg, 2 meg a chip. That is a weird combo. Anyway, second RAM chip passed. So yeah, I'm going to go through this and we'll report back. That's the first time in all my 3000 repairs I've seen somebody with the actually populated dip fast RAM. It was 1 megabyte. Because it came with a meg on board, you got a mega fast. If you didn't order your 3000 with 4 megs of RAM, which was the first row, That's why I looked at this. I'm like, oh my god, they skipped bank 1, because here it is. Here's bank 1.
2 hours later.
Yeah, that's blackness and darkness and a little acid there for your viewing pleasure. Also up here and all through there. It's another day in Rev 6 Land Board A. I spent the better part of 3 hours pinning out Denise. I mean, yep, you can tell how tired I am. I spent the better part of 3 hours pinning out Paula. All of which is okay. Except for one. To Denise 48, Agnes. To Denise 48 is okay. Agnes and Ram, no. So, somewhere in the blob of where the Denise was replaced, or the Denise socket was replaced, not by me, by Mr. Rod, long ago, was one wire is broken under Denise that runs to Agnes and onto the glue logic and the RAM. I'll show you real quick if you give two shits.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's DRD7 right here to pin 48. And then it goes south, underneath, and then it splits left and right. This one goes to Agnes, this one dumps around to the 245 or the 373s for the RAM. And that is why I write things down. So 47 checked out, pin number 2, and I wrote to Denise 48 okay. To Agnes and RAM no. But I double checked the other side. The Agnes and RAM are good. It's just this little baby. What does it look like underneath? Oh my goodness, this is not me. This is a mess of before. One red wire amongst the green and burns. I'm going to retest this all the way through. Pin 2 to the Denise, pin 48 to Agnes. Yay! Now we're going to go all the way through. Yay! Over to 268 and the other buffer or the RAM chip. Bada bing, bada ching, bada bing, bada ching.
Come with me if you want to live.
I don't think it's done because Denise is just obliterated underneath. Energize. Yeah, baby. Looking cleaner. We're not in hieroglyphics anymore. Look at that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I got mouse movement. Isn't that a good feeling?
You must be crazy. He good. You must be crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Little excitement. This is what it's about for me. When you work your butt off and it pays off.
There is another.
Audio. Yo, fuck off. I have no audio. No audio. Not a nothing. Not a no. Why don't I have audio? Now the pickle in the room, I'm gonna, while it's running, carefully plug her into Amber. Oh, look at that. Amber enable. 31 kilohertz. Look at that. Nice and clear. Let's get a picture. Bam. That potentiometer adjustment. Very, very good. I didn't oscilloscope it. I just kind of know the area. If it's way off, Tristan has a really good blog that shows you how the 1428 and all the magic of the closed loop, open loop, phase adjustment.
What the hell did you just say?
Science and math, that I always say, to really give you the deep down, detailed dive into how that works and how to adjust it properly with an oscilloscope. I just redneck it and just twist the screw until it works. And that seems to do the trick 90% of the time. A lot of times on these bad boys, they'll get full of yuck and crap. You can deoxid them and wiggle, turning it around like you're a DJ, trying to break that surface and get some metal to touch metal again, or it's a 16-cent part you can replace. One bad line that I found, and then a couple touch-ups, a new socket, a new Paula? No, a new Denise. We're going to remove See, we're going to remove my diagram and put it here. This is the owner's 3.2.1. Here we go. Magic moment. Did we repair this Amiga? Hell yeah, brother. What are we at? I don't know. I haven't updated that in a while. I think it's 316. 314 on the ticker. 314 machines have been saved. With your help. Whew. So, Mr. David, I just sent you a photo. Hey, so I was on a long phone call repairing an issue, and this is on. I just think the RAM's good. I think we're good. Part of 2 hours looking for these LF347s. Normally I keep my chips all together. Left and right, 31 and 30. I need an oscilloscope on this. It's actually what I need. Left audio, right audio. She is playing sound to something. Right? To something. Okay. Turn that off. We know Paul is outputting audio, left and right. I know that Paul is left and right audio traced okay. So there's no broken traces on her. The 2 resistors and the op amp. A 10K and a 3600 ohm. R405 and R430. So I can boot ATK again. It's going to play the music mod, right? We're going to go to this one. We auto it. That is audio. This is the other side of the audio. The op amp, right channel, is audio. So I have audio in to the op amp. 122 16 volt cap right here. So C433 is our next pickle. This is the output of, well, first off, this is the audio in, okay? We're watching the audio file. So left input, okay? Right input. Left output. Dead. Right output. Dead. I'm going to put this right up against the microphone. Barely hear it. It's scratchy and it's bad, but it's there. Alright, so our input, can't see, 12.4 volts. Okay, it's 12 volts. This one should be 5 volts. 3 volts. 3.8. Alright, so look at the documents with that pin 4 having negative 3 volts. That gets its power, goes down here, boop, to this ceramic, underneath the 10Ks, off the main bus, 407, and then into C416 and this transistor. Well, that's a bunch of shit. The exciter side of the transistor, 3.8, 3.8, 12.4. 7.550. These have all been recapped. Mixture of capacitors. The op amp's been scraped, but it never looked too bad. There's a big rotted thing underneath of it. What in the Sam Hill is that? That's the damn phone. One moment, I gotta dump this memory card. It's yelling full.
2 hours later.
And I used a piece of annealed wire. I ran it off of F450, the little fusible link. That way it's got some protection. If it ever short circuits or the op amp shits out, it'll pop the Pico fuse behind the Vidiot. Sorry. Brain's farting here. Alright, let me plug some lights in now. I'm 63.8% sure this is going to fix it, unless there's some other hidden damage. We need anything above 5 or 6 volts to make the op amp work. It's got a 12 volt feed. It's being drugged down by either that transistor or or one of the lines, or the resistor is going to pull it down to 6-ish volts. Should be 12, but anything over 6 will get a positive we won't be negative voltage. So, I'm not sleeping anymore. Okay, here we go. 8CK in the pipe, mouse in, riser in, video, floppy, light, low, high, SCSI, inquire, Amiga test kit. I'm going to measure this so it doesn't catch on fire. Oh, just drop everything. Voltages look good. Whoops, that's controller, ding dong. Audio is fixed. 500. Whoa, if you got any dogs, sorry. Filter. Filter brightness changes on the light. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Four channels. That is a fixed Amiga. It's got some choppy, no matter what Amiga you're on, it's like ba 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 ba. I'm gonna let it roll. I'll fast forward through this. Just want to make sure it makes it through and puts me on a planet where I don't know how to play this game. There we go. Look at that. 1993. Made it through the entire thing. No crash, no hiccup, no nothing. And now I'm on... I don't know where I'm at. Oh shit, watch out. And I crashed. Status quo. Commander Jameson died in the year 3200. Rest in peace. And that's it for Amiga 3001 of 3 on these. The old Rev 6ers, Rev 7s, the early girls that need the ROM towers. Rev 9s are the betters, but these are all early birds. And this one might be resurrected somehow, way, shape, or form, depending on the second Rev 6. My favorite 3000s. Not... Next one's a 25. Stay tuned for that. In the future, my videos are not in order, but that's what did I say? 14? 314? 314 Amigas saved with your help. Thank you, supporters, Patreons, and everyone who donates a single thing, even if it's a measly $1 a month. I greatly appreciate it. In 100 months, I can buy a chip. But that's not what it's about. It's about saving Amigas. So, thank you guys for coming along on this journey. Until next time, thanks for watching. And I hope you learned something.
Drive Chris, keep the Amiga dream alive. Please consider joining the Patreon.
Yo, it's Big Snoop D.O. Double Gears, and people ask me, do I really know Dr. Chris? To which I say, hells yeah, I know him.
Thanks for checking this out. And as Dr. Chris says, thanks for watching, and we hope you learned something.
Wow, that was great. Please consider helping Dr. Chris.
Dr. Chris, he's the best there ever was. I can tell you that personally, besides me, of course.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?